Yes, we are.
Um, I
Yeah.
I didn't know when you and Struggle Bean were going live, so I
Yeah,
wanted to.
we'll be heading going live in about an hour, so I'm gonna be
All right, cool.
getting ready here. So I'm here because I heard the news on my way to the grocery store, and I'm like complete shock myself, about all this whole thing. I know you're in shock. I know you're sad. I'm sad as well. All the guitar players out there, they're gonna be doing lots of eruption solos, and videotaping in his honor, no doubt about that. I mean, I'm just, wow, holy fuck, man. That's all I can really say. Gosh. So, gosh, what are your thoughts, Wire, on this whole thing there?
Uh, Give me a moment.
I know you're about in tears. I could tell by the voice. You're almost in
Yeah,
tears about.
just give me a moment here, bro.
I know. Two things I'm going to say before YR speaks. Fuck you, 2020, and especially fuck you, cancer. You've taken too many great people from us, from friends, relatives, spouses, celebrities that we admired, including Ronnie James Dio, Frank Zappa, John Wayne. You've taken a lot of great actors from us. You've taken a lot of great people from us. And and also, one more thing, all these doctors and all these cancer treatment centers don't start saying all this bullshit like, oh, we'll take care of cancer, because you know you won't, okay?
I mean, that's what I was telling someone else. I think I was talking to Nikki earlier. He said, I was like, Eddie Van, rich, plenty of money. He went to the best doctors, tried to
Yeah.
get the best treatment, and
It,
even that didn't. You know.
and exactly, he even had to go to Germany when you think about it. I
Yeah,
remember he
that's
had,
right.
yeah, exactly. And let's say, as you recall, a couple of years, many years back, he had part of his tongue removed from all because of throat cancer because of all the damn smoking he did.
You think him and Sammy Hagar mended bridges, or you think?
I was gonna bring that up. What is Sammy Hagar thinking about at this point? Because he, you have to remember, for years back, he had a lot of harsh words for Eddie, because remember Eddie was apparently, according to Sammy, drunk when he got that phone call. When he called up Sammy saying, we're working with Roth again. You could go back to being a solo artist, blah, blah, blah. And of course,
Right.
it was also Eddie's decision not to have Michael Anthony rejoin Van Halen when he reunited him with Roth in 2007. And of course, he a lot of times took shots at Michael Anthony, saying that he had to
Right.
teach Michael Anthony how to play a bass for this song, play for that song, which enraged Sammy to the point where during the interview, he was like, "That's bullshit. Fuck you, Eddie. Blah blah blah." And that's like, holy shit, man. And just remember, there was a lot of the animosity between those two during the second lineup reunion tour in 2004. There was a few times I remember reading about
That's
it.
well. I went. Listen, I went. I had tickets to. This was 2007, 2006 when David Lee Roth rejoined
Yes.
around the mid 2000s, and that's
Yes.
when Wolfgang was playing bass. I
Yeah.
had tickets to that Brown, good seats, and that's when I got sent to the boarding school. So,
Ah.
or sold the tickets on like Craigslist or some at the time. So I missed
Ah.
out.
Wow.
Did you ever get to see the great Eddie Van Halen live ever?
Yes, one time it was back in around. It was at the Cobo Arena with me and my dad. We had these upper seats there, and it was during the 1984 tour. It would be the last tour with Roth when he departed a year later on. Of course, would be replaced by Sammy, and it was a pretty damn good show. They have that was the exact same night that they brought out that guy who won the Lost Weekend with Van Halen, that MTV contest. They were showering him with champagne, beer, cake, you name it. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I remember a story. They're saying you're just talking about like they opened for Black Sabbath and blew them
Yes.
away or
Yes,
something.
there were a lot of stories about that. There was a lot of stories that Black Sabbath was losing its prime. Van Halen kind of like came in, and there's kind of like they basically, according to Geezer Butler, David Lee Roth kind of like ripped off some of the things that Ozzy did in terms of jumping and stuff like that. But David Lee Roth took the jumping on stage to a much higher level.
Oh, he was karate. Wasn't he a karate black belt and stuff like that, or
Yes, I believe so. He even,
something like that?
in fact, when me and my dad saw them in the early '84, at that particular rise, he was doing some demonstrations with some samurai sword work there, which was pretty impressive.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that. But always been a Sammy Hagar guy, though. To be honest,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah. Because that if it's to say that the Sammy lineup gained a lot more momentum throughout the later part of the '80s and throughout the '90s, up until the split between Eddie and Sammy. There, it was like it was pretty damn good stuff there. They came out, they were able to
There's
maintain their
more
presence.
uplifting songs, right? There's more positive, happy songs with
Yeah, it was,
Sammy. The
and
synthesizer and um,
keyboards, piano, stuff like some ballads like "Not Enough" and "Love Walks In."
yeah. What was the main album?
What
5150.
5150 was the first with a Sammy. The second was OU 812.
Right.
Then we got Four
Van Halen
Unlawful.
3. When was Van Halen 3?
Van Halen 3 was in 97. I think it was 97 or 98. And that was with Gary Sharon.
Sharon.
And that flopped unanimously because the songs were
You didn't
not
care
right.
for him?
No,
You
none,
did.
not just me, but anybody else didn't really care for it as well because at that time, you know, Van Halen was going to go towards that direction of how many singers are going to have on this tour and this album and this tour and this album. Kind of like the same thing with Black Sabbath during the '80s. They were trying.
Yes.
This singer would pop in, then he would leave. Then this singer would pop in, and then he would leave. And even plus, plus Eddie was stated that if Gary Sharon leaves, there'll be no more Van Halen, and they kept their word up until about I guess 2007. Up to actually 2004 when they reunited with Sammy there. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much about it. But I mean, we got to give Eddie his due.
I mean, he's got to be. He's definitely in the top five, but he's my personal favorite, and
Oh
in
yeah, he
my
was
opinion, the
no
greatest
doubt,
ever.
no doubt, probably one of the top guitar players in all the polls in guitar magazines, next to Jimi Hendrix. Because let's face it, the man revolutionized the guitar. He
Even
revolutionized.
the great Glenn Tipton and KK Downing, did some tapping and a lot of that
Yeah,
early in the
they
'80s.
have a lot. Yes, exactly. He
So,
put on. It's like but at the same time, he also gained some animosity, a lot of bits of animosity from other guitar players, such as probably Joe Perry and a couple others, because here you got let's put it this way. You're a guitar player for a professional band. You're ready to, you got your licks down. You know what to do. You know your skills. You know your tabs. You know your this. And all of a sudden, boom, here comes this kid from L.A., California, named Eddie, who comes in and puts you back in your place. I mean, like, damn, with the tapping and the style he did, the fast picking he did, and plus the custom guitars that he came made up and conjured up
yes.
as
Now
well.
let's dive into that. Now I know he played with Kramer's. Did he play with Chevelle's too?
I'm not too sure about that, but I know he. I remember a lot of time. It's mostly Kramer's that he played with.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you remember the Frankenstrat guitar was mostly that. That was his particular style, and we cannot.
I'm sure he played a real Fender Strat though
I
in his
think
life.
so. Yeah, you'll probably look at the first Van Halen cover, and you can see he's playing the white Strat with a
Yes.
black tape or something like over there with that particular design. I'm sure that's probably either a Strat or a Strat copy. I'm not too sure which, but
Like you
the
got a Strat copy, but like yours and mine look the same because I was looking in some earlier Priest
yeah,
and KK used actually both of them used Strats, but KK used like the same color as ours, like that Sunburst, I believe.
yes,
The Vengeance, because I
yeah,
got that on DVD, the Live Vengeance,
yes,
and I mean early on, I mean Tipton was using obviously SGs, but
yeah,
he used the
yeah. That was it.
Hammers.
Yeah, he was you. They were big fans of the Hammer guitars at that time as well as some of the Gibsons. In fact, KK got himself when got himself a custom-made Flying V because he's known for playing those guitars a lot of times. It was like one of those guitars where the feel and the gizmos of a Strat, but of course it's on a Flying V, of course. I guess I remember reading that in Circus magazine about the kind of guitar he had custom built for him. I
You
think it
see my
was.
Michael Shakener?
Yes, I have the Dean version. Yeah, I have seen it. I
Yes.
love it. It's pretty good. I still
I got a
prefer.
hell of a deal on it.
Oh yeah.
$60. I mean, I got it from my sister's dad.
Wow,
I mean, he
nice.
paid like, 200 or 300 for it,
Yeah.
but still $60. You can't beat it.
All right.
You know.
Actually, I still want to get me the original Gibson version of that guitar. I've still been infatuated with that one, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But I also want to add me as one of those tremolo locking systems where you're able to tune the where you lock it in. I guess it's not the Floyd Rose. Don't get me,
No.
yeah, but it was a different version. I still like to get me
Yeah,
one of those.
they have those on the higher end guitars. A lot of them come with it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
remember Kerry King of Slayer had a mini on his guitars there. Yeah, I know it's just like but
Did any of your personal friends like hit you up about this news or?
no, I just found about it when I was driving into the grocery store parking lot, and I noticed Drew came up, shared his outpost, and I'm like, I viewed it a little bit. Then I went to Google to find out if it was officially true or not, and it turns out it was true. Eddie is dead now, and and like I said, all the guitar players out there are on YouTube. They're right now posting their tributes to him. They're doing their solos, their Van Halen covers, you name it. There's this one YouTuber. Her name is Raven. She's known as Killer Dwarf 7. She has a collection of badass guitars. Ever
Evertune.
Evertune, yeah.
That's what the tuning system's called.
Yeah, Evertune, yeah. And she did her version of Eruption on one of her videos, and no doubt she's going to be probably doing another version in his memory. And
Nikki is right. I'm happy you're here, Brown. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
I know I was a jackass in the past and fucked shit up, but
yeah,
our shows were special. You know what
yeah,
I'm
with
saying?
them,
And
yes.
you never know. You never know what might happen. Music maniacs might,
We
you
may
know.
well male maniacs. Well, I could probably pop in on your show once in a while, but not all the time
Yes.
because I'm busy with a lot of things around the house. I'm busy with
Yes.
Arcanolia. In fact, we're going to be doing a show later on tonight. We're looking at the 50s and 60s music prior to the Beatles showing up there. I'm going to plug that. But, so I guess it means that Eddie Van Halen, I guess with this news, Van Halen, I guess, is completely done.
I mean, the closest thing you're gonna get is Sammy Hagar in the Circle at
Yeah,
this
that's true.
point
Yeah,
because they do play. He plays the Sammy catalog of Van Halen.
yeah, no doubt
Uh,
about that. Yes.
I mean, that's the closest thing you can get. I mean, David Lee Roth. I mean, he did some gigs like
Yeah, and I remember. Yeah, and
that
for
opening
what?
for Kiss, I
Yes,
believe, and
yes.
it was pretty bad. People said,
Yeah, I know. I heard about that myself. I mean, there were a lot of reports. There were a lot of audio clips of Roth sounding completely bad. Trying to do that high pitched kind of stuff that he did when he did those two recordings with the boys in '96. And I guess it's just somewhat I had. The band was tight, Eddie was tight, Alex was tight, Wolfie was tight. Roth, however, different story. So, so I guess now with all this news, I guess now Van Halen is officially done. And like you said, the only
yeah.
thing it could come close is possibly Sammy Hagar in the Circle. So where does this leave Wolfgang? I know he was working on some sort of an album of his own.
Yeah, he was doing a solo project. It was weird because I listened to Eddie Trunk. He has
Yes,
a show on XM radio every day,
yes.
and he was talking about breaking news. Van Halen came out with face masks on their website, and then I go and cash my check, and then I look and I don't know if Ken called me or Keith called me,
Mhm.
but they both left me the same news clip, and I looked, and I was like, no, and then I looked on Google, I mean, and it was confirmed. And I was like, no.
Wow.
So
What
I hit
happened
Nikki
was
up.
Good. Yeah.
Ken sent it to me, and then I sent it to you.
Wait, did you call me or was that Ken? Someone called me on Skype. I
Ken,
missed.
Ken called
There,
you.
well, there
Wow.
you go. So let's try to get Ken on here real quick. Brown, what are you doing?
Right now, I just got in from the grocery store. It took a long while for my computer to load up with all the shit here. I got to clean it out when I'm done with this here. I'm recording this, by the way, for my channel, upload
All
on
right,
my
cool.
channel. And it's just it takes a long time for the OBS, for the Google, for the Skype, and the YouTube. Blah blah blahs, and
There's a
like,
new update for OBS today, by the way.
oh, yeah, I
I don't
did
know.
that. I did that earlier today.
Yeah, I mean, this is the way to go with the OBS, Brown. You know what
I
I'm
know,
saying?
yeah. I'm glad you finally got it
I
on
am.
your computer. We've been. I know Dave Rose is. Dave Rose set you up with this OBS help, I guess.
He helped me, and pretty much I can teach anyone. Like I can, you know how you get pictures on the back and stuff like that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
can. I mean, I that's pretty easy for to do, and
Mm-hmm.
doing like putting songs on there, like from YouTube or playing audio from YouTube.
Yes.
That's easier to do.
That's good to
So
hear.
just your basics, you know what I'm saying? So I finally, but I mean, 2020 has taken away with Neil Peart,
Yep.
um, obviously Kobe, but you know the music side of things,
That's correct.
major losses. I mean,
Yeah.
like almost like this is like Elvis dying. I
I
mean, this is
know.
like Elvis. I mean, it
Yeah, I
really
know.
is.
Elvis for the hard rock crowd because the first Van Halen. I remember hearing that album at some sort of it was kind of like in a garage. My mom and dad knew this old couple there. We would go down there. Their son would be a drummer. He would play consistently a few times. There'll be a few drinks passed around here and there.
Right.
And I remember one of the radio stations, I can't forget, will be playing Van Halen's first record in its entirety. And I enjoyed the happy, uplifting, powerful atmosphere that record delivered. I would get it on cassette. I would get it on vinyl. I would listen to that, and was like, wow, this is one of the true party records of all time. I mean, when you think about it, still one of the great ones. That was the one that put them on the map right then and there. Bam.
They were the quintessential party band of the 80s. I mean,
Yeah.
they were. I mean, didn't they have a lot of party like concerts in California
Oh,
before they got signed and shit? And it was just a lot of people showing up. And
well, from what I understand, they did a lot of shows, and I'm not too as to what the story is, but I remember Eddie saying in an interview that he would had to turn his back a lot of times when he did his eruption solo because there were all these people trying to copy and learn what he was doing, and he wanted to
really,
keep. Yes, it was many
Dude,
people.
that was the first thing I went and listened to when I heard the news. Is I listened to Eruption
oh, I
Yeah.
cranked it up on my way home with my speaker.
immediately.
Old man Davey's here. Everyone,
Oh
what did you
yeah.
think of the news? You know, your thoughts.
I'm wrecked, dude. It's horrible.
I mean, it's like
Eddie
Elvis
Van
died.
Halen, like one of the
Like,
legends, one of the greatest guitar players of all time.
Yeah, yes. I mean, like, this is the inspiration. I mean, when you think about it, in fact, I'm going to say right now, somewhere in rock and roll heaven, all the great guitar players that have passed on afterwards, whether it's Randy Rhoads, Dimebag
mm,
Darrell, and all the other musicians out there, like Cliff Burton, who was also regarded the Eddie Van Halen, the bass, with hence anesthesia pulling teeth solo they did on Kill 'Em All. They're all
yeah.
welcoming him right now with open arms, tears of joy, and kegs of beer, saying, "Welcome, please welcome our master to our realms." Because when you think about it, he was the master of that instrument.
I
Yeah,
wonder
he
where all those
changed the
guitars
game.
are. Those
He,
original guitars and shit. I wonder where those are gonna be in
Most
museums,
likely
maybe.
they'll be either up at either some museum, Smithsonian, or the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And
Mm.
I no doubt, all the replica guitars that he had made, or whether it's the Frankenstrat or the guitar that he manufactured, kind of, it was originally that he did for the back cover of the Women and Children First. Those are going to be flying off the shelves right now.
Yeah, I
And
need an
all the
eBay. I need to
and
have
all
one
the Van
soon.
Halen catalog is going to be selling like crazy out of the
Oh
record
yeah, there's going to be
stores.
tribute albums and people jumping in on
Mm.
everything, man. It's
And
good. There's probably, well, they couldn't do concerts because of COVID and everything, but if
I
they
know, yeah.
could you imagine?
Well, listen, Sully's Zerna and Aaron Lewis from Stain, they're doing
Nobody
these
cares about
drive-ins.
them. Nobody cares about
Really? You're
those
not you're
guys.
not a Stain guy?
I don't
Love
really care
Stain,
about
bro.
Stained or Godsmack that
I
much.
love the
No.
acoustic shit, bro. Like the covers and all that. When he
Well, yeah,
wow,
maybe in like 2004, but who
it's
cares
still
now?
nostalgia. Man, it's nostalgia.
Stained hasn't done anything worthwhile in over a
No,
decade. Who cares?
I was never a big Stain. I was never much into new metal myself. I was always more traditional
Yeah.
because a lot
Fair
of the
Warning, the Fair Warning album, that was good too, right?
oh, absolutely. Also, probably the shortest album side ever. I mean, side two was almost about close. It was a little bit after 13 minutes long when you think about it. There.
See, I mean, I can get some. I mean, they're look. They got a Eddie Van Halen tour used guitar pick $3,000
Oh,
on
are
it.
you serious for
The
three?
Pick of Destiny.
There you go. There.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. The pick of
God.
destiny.
And
I mean, I
believe
could
it.
probably get his ticket stub or something.
Yeah,
But
I was thinking about doing this to my guitar. I was thinking about possibly adding some either which color tape I wanted and putting over my Strat copy there. Kind of look like a combination of what 80s design along with the original design. Combine those together on mine there sometime soon. I don't know. I was thinking about it for a couple weeks. I was looking
Well,
at
like
it.
as a tribute,
Kind of like
or
as a.
just in general, you wanted to
It
do it.
was kind of like in both.
Now it would be more fitting as a tribute for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
I'd
exactly.
say go for it.
Yeah,
so I
definitely.
did, Brown. But while y'all are here, I did win and bid on this item, 1650. It's signed by fucking Rob Halford and Glenn Tipton, bro.
What it was is
Signed.
a
It's
guitar?
just a CD. It's a CD.
Ah,
It's the cover that comes in the CD case. But
yes.
this guy got it signed in backstage or
What
whatever. Like
album?
it's just the Essential Priest with all the songs.
Oh,
Oh,
to
But
this
it's
set,
but
but
but for 1650, I mean, it was auction item. And I bid on it. But like anything else with Tipton's autograph, it's like hundreds of dollars. I mean, I got KK's autograph, so I'm gonna combine them in the records I got eventually. But I mean, I'm buying all this Priest shit, bro. I need to buy this Van Halen shit out, man. I mean, this
yeah.
is. I do got a lot of I got a lot of original patches and buttons coming.
Oh yeah.
So like, yeah, I'm putting it all on my jacket I got, but definitely need to get some Van Halen items here because this is they're pricey.
I guess. I mean,
Oh,
some
yeah,
people will for sure.
Oh, it's gonna be pricey now. That's for sure. Especially now.
Tour programs. I mean, even there's a 2013 Japan concert tour program, $94.
Oh
Really?
wow. No surprise. Well, it's an import, so obviously there.
Yeah. Picks. I mean, I'll pick up something eventually, but
I know.
it's
So-
like if someone hits you with a baseball bat in the stomach.
I know.
You
The
know?
same thing with John Lennon being murdered, or the death of Kurt Cobain, or like
Is that the same? Well, y'all were alive. Let's Cobain. Let's talk about that. So, like, when you heard that news, is that more impactful you think than Eddie?
That was way, way more impactful. Eddie's had a full life. Like Nirvana was at the top of their game at the time. Not only that, but Kurt killed himself, so it's completely
Yeah.
different circumstances.
Yeah.
Well,
So
just-
yeah, that was way more shocking, and it came out of nowhere. At least people knew Eddie was sick and he had cancer for a while, and he wasn't doing so great. So it's not like it came totally out of nowhere.
I know.
I mean,
With Kurt,
Ronnie
on the
James
other hand,
Dio.
it was
Kurt,
totally shocking.
well, let's not forget, Kurt tried to commit suicide before in Rome, Italy, when he tried to mix those pills with that champagne there. And
Really?
no, yeah, remember, this was months before his suicide. In fact, Nirvana was supposed to be the headliner for that year's Lollapalooza, but what happened in Rome there just kind of postponed all that stuff there. And next thing you know, he would head back home and do himself right there a couple months
Ate
later.
a shotgun. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Davey, have you ever seen Van Halen in concert?
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not a big Van Halen guy, but I understand Eddie Van Halen's tributes to or contributions to rock music for sure.
Yeah.
It's legendary.
I know. Throughout the whole 1980s, you will see all these guitar players popping up, doing implicating the same thing that he did, playing the same kind of brand of guitar, which was mostly Kramer, you know, uh, Carbo Jackson, and all these, designs on them as well. I mean, especially the Kramer guitar was like one of the big guitars during that period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mick Mars from Motley Crue, and of course, the guitar players from bands like Autograph. They were getting all these Kramer guitars and just,
Because they were like, dang, Eddie uses Kramer, so you know what I'm saying? It
yeah.
must be. I mean, what was it with them? Were they Korean based or were they
I
American?
do not know. I should probably look it up.
The
It's,
Korean was still good back then. Like if you got a Korean made guitar, that was still decent. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And also keep in mind that
Why
the
would
li-
you want a Korean-made guitar though?
mm,
No, I'm saying like
There's
your.
so many good American brands. I mean, that's just kind of stupid.
But in the '80s, wasn't that the thing? Like
No,
Korean.
no respectable metalhead would be caught playing a Korean guitar.
No, because it's not like China though.
Maybe if they
Korea,
were
China's
playing a gig in Seoul or something, but
yeah.
not on
come on,
American soil. Are you
Davey.
kidding?
Come on. That's the thing though. I'm serious. Made in Korea guitar, like it's hot. Like they're hot. You know what I'm saying?
Hot for who?
I mean, now if you want to buy them, that's what got
Not
made.
musicians.
Because it was a made in China stuff.
You never hear a rock or metal
Really?
musician like hyping up their new Korean guitar. Like, what brand are you talking about?
Um, like
Name names.
your Hummers.
Hammers? Never heard of those.
Those they're spelled. They're like hammer, but with missing one L.
Hamer.
Hamer guitars. There we go.
Not a Hummer, Davey.
Hamer guitars. Judas
All
Priest,
right.
have played those a lot, especially KJ.
Hamers are okay, I guess. I'm more
I'll
of
tell
a
you. Here's a
Washburn
list.
guy myself.
Here's a list of Korean made guitars. Washburn is on there.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm a fucking pleb then. What do I know? I
Gretsch,
love Washburns.
Parker.
I had
Dietrich,
no idea those were made in Korea.
LTD.
Well, yeah, manufactured, sure, but not originally. These weren't like originally based in Korea.
That's
These
what it's
companies.
saying. Two main factories are in Korea and Samik and Peerless.
Kramer.
Well, yeah, the factory.
by the way,
after the fact, I'm sure.
By the way, guys, Kramer is based out of the U.S.
Oh, is that confirmed?
It's confirmed. I'm looking on the Wikipedia right now.
Now, I think some of your lower model of your Kramers and others
It's,
were
and
made.
it's also currently a division of the Gibson Guitar Corporation here. It was founded in 1976. And its founders are they're, Peter LaPlaza, Gary Kramer, Dennis Baratti, and Phil Petlito, I think his last name is pronounced there. And
See,
of course,
like when Kramer. See, like you can get That's what I'm saying, bro. Like when he went, like his EVH brand guitars and all that shit. You think those are like the closest thing to the Kramers he built?
Mm.
Like the EVH brand that came out with those models that look like that?
well,
You think?
I do know that I was very surprised that he would get himself some of that because when he debuted that different those kind of styles of guitar around '91, I figured did he change brands? And because the guitars he started playing at the time resembled the Ernie Ball guitars, I figured, oh wow, he must have changed brands or something like that there.
See, you can get this purple one for like 180.
Oh wow,
This is
Or the-
sickening.
what?
Red one.
So many of these like mainstream and well-known guitar brands are manufactured all in China now.
Oh wow,
Probably by like 8-year-old fucking child slaves.
I know. That's
See, you
why.
can get this one, Brown. You can get
Um,
this one.
you can put it into the Skype chat so we could check it out there.
All right. It's 129, bro, or it's 179.
When I find a new work, I'm not find a new job there because I'm still out of work at this point there.
Yeah.
Now, it was sold out. Kramer was sold out to bankruptcy to Gibson Guitar Corporation. Um, Gibson's Epiphone division has produced guitars and basses under the Kramer brand since the late 1990s. And one of them, I guess, was the 1984 model, which was a homage to Eddie Van Halen's famous 5450 guitar used from 84 to 91. Okay, there.
That's the red with black and white stripes, right? The
Yeah.
iconic.
Yeah,
Well,
Keith, put that picture I sent you in the group chat, Keith.
yeah, he did. It's
All right.
more that sort of more reddish pink design right there.
I mean, for
Ornate.
180, I mean, for Kramer, I mean, it's probably new, but still,
Wow,
you know,
it's nice.
look at
Yeah,
the long neck and shit.
yeah.
That's signature, bro.
But I would like it. It'd be more cooler. Is that if it would have the neck would be reverse.
Yes,
I've always had
kind
a
of like.
thing. I've had a thing for where the had attached a left-handed neck onto a right-handed guitar. I know Nuno Bendicott has been known to play those particular kind of guitars for
I
a while
hate
now.
that cunt.
Who
What's
knew?
going on?
What?
I
Oh.
fucking hate that cunt.
Nuno Bendencourt?
Nuno Betancourt.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I fucking hate that cunt.
What
He's
happened?
a smug, arrogant piece of shit.
Oh wow, damn.
You
That's
don't
a
like
trip.
him, huh?
No, I don't. I personally, no, I do not like him at all. I
He's
can't
gifted.
stand him.
Wow.
Gifted.
He's a good guitarist.
Yeah, but then
You know,
again,
There's
Betancourt-
hundreds
but
of
then again-
guitarists better than Nuno Betancourt. Get the
But
fuck
but
out
then
of here.
again, gifted
That guy's a
guitar
piece
player,
of shit.
gifted
Why?
guitar players have been known to be complete assholes. You know.
Yeah, he's not as arrogant or cocky as like Yngwie Malmsteen, but he's still a piece of shit. I can't stand that dude.
Oh.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've hated him since the '90s.
Wow. That's a trip there.
I used to cut out pictures of Nuno Betancourt in my like guitar player magazines or whatever,
Yes.
and douse them in lighter fluid and set them on fire.
Wow. That's
What
a trip.
band was he in or whatever?
He was an Extreme.
Extreme. Yeah,
with,
I fucking hate that band.
What? Come on, Davey, really?
Yeah, I hated Extreme. I was more of a Mr. Big guy.
More than words is all I have
Which
to
is
say
continuously
to crow's
played.
nest.
Which
Yes.
is continuously played on that soft rock stuff there to this very day, believe it or not.
Yeah, Gary What's His Fuck is the only worthwhile
Gary
component from
Gary
that band.
Sharon
Gary
is-
Sharon.
Yes, Gary
Yeah.
Sharon.
He's
who did that.
okay.
Yeah. And props to him. He was able to sing when he was with Van Halen. He was able to do both the Sammy and the Roth material.
Oh, he did Sammy stuff too?
Yes, yeah, I guess he did. Yes.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna see Sammy
There should-
Hagar. In
There
the
should be
circle.
some bootleg footage of Van Halen with Sharon on the vocals doing a
Bro,
couple
that was
shows
so
there.
weird. When like I heard they had the face mask, Eddie Van Halen face mask
Yeah.
on Sirius XM, I looked,
Oh god.
and then like that wasn't even out yet, the news yet, and like an hour later, the news came out. I was like,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
I was looking at the shoes and shit and all the merch on their website.
Did you guys see Wolfgang's tweet?
Yeah, I think he had like a picture of him when he was.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
I'm looking for it right now.
I wonder if he actually passed away today. Like today's the day. And
I think so, possibly, most likely.
Chances are that it might have been like last night or late last night or super, super late, super early this morning.
Wow.
But you
And
know
they
when
just
you're gonna die.
waited to announce it.
You know when someone's fixing to die though, like their feet get purple and shit, and like you know.
Well, it
like,
depends on the situation, but yeah, there are signs for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I wonder how they're gonna do like a funeral and all that. If they're gonna
Mostly,
be like
there will be a massive, there will be a massive memorial, no doubt about that.
and see if Sammy Keith, can you look up and see if Sammy
There's going to be
Hagar
like at
or
least 5,000 people.
Oh yeah.
David Lee Roth or Sammy
Yeah.
Hagar if they released any tweets? David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar.
I'm going to read Wolfie's tweet
Right.
right now. It said, quote unquote, I can't believe I'm having to write this, but my father, Edward Ludwig, it's spelled Lodewijk, Van Halen, has lost his long and arduous battle with cancer this morning. He was the best father I could ever ask for. Every moment I've shared with him on and off stage was a gift. My heart is broken, and I don't think I will fully recover from this loss. I love you so much, Pop. Tweet from Wolfgang Van Halen this
What a
morning there.
fucking drag, dude.
I
What a
know.
fucking bummer, man.
I know.
Eddie Van Halen.
The one guy, bro, that everyone loves.
I know.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
think I've ever heard anybody say, like, unironically a bad word about Eddie Van Halen.
You know. Well, except Sammy Hagar for the past couple of years after with the
I
situation
like
between.
Sammy though, bro.
Yeah,
I
he
like.
does.
okay,
I
so
think Ross the more of the prick. You know what
I
I'm saying?
looked for David Lee Roth at Twitter, and he retweeted a tweet from Adam Sandler.
Hmm.
Like
It said,
about
"Terrible."
Eddie.
Yeah,
And
it said,
also and
"Terrible
also
day for the favorite guitar player of our generation. Such a great guy, funny as hell, and a no doubt genius at what he did. Paved the way for so
Absolutely.
many. Will be missed terribly. Love to his family. R.I.P. Eddie."
and I'm
Wow.
and I'm also and
What
I'm
a
al-
fucking tragedy, man. What a loss to
and
humanity.
I'm also looking at Sammy's tweet right now. It's a picture of him when Eddie, I guess they were on good terms. I think it was, I don't know if it was from 2004, but of course Sammy's got his blonde hair, goatee, and Eddie's still with his long hair. There,
Oh, so
on the
Sammy did come out with a tweet.
yes, he did. It says
Oh, cool.
it's a photo from an airplane that they're doing right now. It's says heartbroken and speechless. My love to the family, and that's gosh. Wow. I'm and of course, what did Roth? Let's see what Roth has have to say here. I'm looking on his tweet right now. I'm gonna find his.
Well, he
And then
retweeted
and
Adam
Alex
Sandler.
too. And that's his brother. For God's sake.
All right.
I saw that David Lee Roth retweeted a tweet from Adam Sandler.
Okay. Let me check it out right now. You know.
That's what it's all about, people. You know what I'm saying? What's all
Tweet it
about right
from. Let's see here. So far, all I got is this thing called Disney to COVID. Time to man up. Ain't no mouse here. And I don't know what that's all about. I don't know. It's about COVID. Let's see here. Blah blah blah. I'm looking on the. Let's see here. Muslim museum pictures. Eddie and David Lee outside McDonald's in '78.
Let's
And
see what the. I want to see if the Kiss Camp said anything.
all right.
You know,
Okay.
your mom crew camp or something. You know, let's see what
All
all the
right.
bands are.
Here's a quote from Pete Townsend of the Who. He says
Oh,
that incredible virtuosity combined with that beautiful grin allows me to forgive him for letting David Lee Roth stand in front of him.
hmm.
I guess it was something about Van Halen's split personality. I guess.
Yeah.
You know. I guess all you can really say is once again, if Van Halen, I guess, is no more officially now with this.
Done, man.
I know it's like
You got to see him though, Brown.
yeah, I know
Like
I
in
did.
Oneida.
Back,
So
yeah, I was about before I reached the age of 18. And me and my dad. I got to tell that story. The seats we had were way up there, and the man that was supposed to get it for me, he was able to get himself better seats for himself. I was like, I stayed there all my, I waited all this time, to get these seats. We have to understand, blah blah blah, yeah, this and that, but still. At least we were able to check it out. I wore the tour shirt the next day, and everybody was talking about, oh wow, Earl got to see Van Halen. Yep, wow, nice. You know,
you had
so
to get the shirt right.
yeah, I did
What was
get
that, a $40 piece?
no, this was back in the early 1984 when the tour T-shirts at shows cost still about 12, 14, or 15.
Yeah,
What?
$10, $12
Yes,
back in the day,
yeah,
yeah.
yes, it
How
was.
much was a ticket like for that nosebleeds?
I
I
Like,
don't.
used to be able to get a couple shirts, like
I
no
think it
problem.
was. I don't remember. But the thing around concert tickets at that time was about 15, 16, or 17 or $18 there, and I think that's how it was done back in that period.
Man.
It also depended on the band too, like how big they were.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I
But
remember.
tickets were nowhere near like a fraction of what they are now.
I know it was. It's sad and
I
it's
was looking at Priest
unbelievable.
for next year, and you can get like up to the stage like $100. You know, it's their 50th anniversary.
I
You
know.
know they're gonna
Yeah.
play, but it's still not original Priest. But still,
Yeah.
I'm doing that. I'm doing KK's Priest. I'm doing everything. I'm doing tribute bands, all Jesus Priest, whenever they, you know what I'm saying, come around, all in. But I don't know, brother. I mean, definitely Sammy. I mean, we're gonna have to catch Sammy.
Yeah.
You know, in
Definitely.
the circle. That's gonna be your best bet if you want to get anything. You know.
That's gonna be. That's. I think we're all shocked right now about all this.
Yeah, it hasn't even really set in yet.
I mean, it's gonna be wow.
Still can't believe it. It's hard to even wrap your head around it.
I know,
Eddie
but
Van Halen, the
then again,
icon, the legend, he's been there forever.
yeah, man, we were all blown by this news up there. We thought possibly with all the money and all the endorsements he had from guitar and amplifier companies that he possibly could get some help. Possibly could carry on. Hopefully, we're able to see the original Van Halen on stage once again doing this one last run. But sadly, boom. Damn.
Yeah, wow, I never got a chance.
Wow.
Davey, I
That
had
sucks.
tickets when Davey, when Ross came back to the band like in 2007, 2006 ish,
Yep.
and like OR paid like $250 a piece for them.
Hmm.
And like, bro, a month later, or weeks later, that's when I was sent to that boarding school for 3 or 4 years. So like, I missed out, and OR sold the tickets online, and so I was like, fuck, I had my chance. I mean,
Oh, wow.
I had my chance, bro. That was that close.
I know.
But I mean, even the tribute bands are not that bad. You
I
know,
know.
like if you're in an
There's
Eddie Van, if
actually
you're in a Van Halen
there's
tribute
that.
band,
I know. You know what? Any tribute band, any Van Halen, all the tribute bands that out there paying homage to Van Halen, no doubt, they're going to be. If
Atomic
we,
Punks is a good one.
yes, there's a Van Halen tribute that's simply called Van Halen tribute that often played the concert pub on 1960 Road there. You
Really?
know, if COVID-19 hadn't been isn't wasn't around, no doubt all the tribute bands would be full packed to the max.
I think you might see my mother there. Because there was like a Poison and Motley Crue tribute band like a couple weeks ago or a weekend ago, and in Houston, close to there. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
It might have been the pub,
who knows? Who knows?
but we're gonna definitely have to jam some classic Van Halen this week.
All right,
Sammy and Dave. To be
all right,
honest.
all right. Sounds good there.
What
Hey,
is everyone's favorite Van Halen album
for
and
me, it's
song?
um, my favorite album. I'm more of an album guy. My favorites would have to be probably it's ranged from either I don't know. My favorites have to be with from the Roth era. It had to be of the first album, um,
Really?
Women and Children First, Fair Warning, and of course, um, 1984.
You know why people think I like people like Sammy so much because he still has a voice. He still can do it to this day.
Yeah, it's true.
And
Yeah,
live, it's all about. To me, like it's all about live, bro. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Who was
I mean,
able to
Ross
perform
is
live? Yes.
pretty bad, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like Sammy can still go.
that's true.
And he's
Yeah,
like in his 70s or something.
yeah.
So
That is true. And I can really gosh, I can only say so much. Now listen, I'm gonna probably jump off here and
yes,
and get ready for my show with Arcnolia here. Why, it's good talking to you again, and to you as well, old man Davey.
yeah.
All right there.
Yeah, right on, Doc.
Yep,
We'll do some stuff or something.
probably some
We'll
there.
we'll do some friendly little things here and there. But
All right.
Mr. Brown, God bless you.
God bless
I'll
you
be
too,
around.
YR.
When are you going live though over there?
Well, we're live. Well, we're about to get ready in about 15 minutes because we start at about 6 p.m. here.
All right, I'm gonna get in some more calls and then I'll end it so you can have the rub. And everyone go to Dr. Brown's channel here in
Yeah.
another 15, 20 minutes
All right.
for his content over
All
there.
right. You
Like
know.
the friendly gesture over there, brother.
All right, Dan. You have a good one,
All right.
YR. Okay.
Love you, brother.
All
Thank you for
right.
the
Bye
truth.
bye. It's just Okay. All right. Come on here.
Ah.
See where